who has been turned into a llama, and he's on a quest to get his throne back. Wait, are we still live, or? You're all good. Do I start over? Just keep going. All right, so we'll just jump right into it. We'll just start a new game. This is the any percent category. There are 30 levels divided into 8 worlds. We'll just start right in Village 1. And we are moving. So to start rolling off, I'll just continuously roll to go as fast as we can until we get some charge later.
Oh yeah, I'm jumping.
We'll just mash through all the dialogue with all the regular face buttons. We'll come up to our first skip, the gate skip.
Oh yeah.
And we just slide on the button like that. This is the brat on a bike. If we knock into his stubby little butt, we can collect a red idol. Now, it's meant to open a door to progress through the level, but we'll backtrack, and then with a leap of faith, we'll just head straight to the end of the level. There are a lot of skips like that. From time to time, you'll see me reach for my keyboard at the end of the level. I'm pressing the F4 button. What it does, you're normally supposed to go to like a status screen when you beat a level, but pressing F4 puts you back to the map screen, which is slightly faster. We'll do another leap of faith here. This skips a later encounter we would have had with the brat on the bike again. Surely he will never show up again. We're booyahing. We use some iframes to kill this beetle. I've seen one here, but we're gonna do this level a bit unconventionally. So this is a secret area, and if I go into it while entering the first person mode, instead of like the camera instantly teleporting to Cusco, it has to like travel there, and on its way it sees Kronk, that little big guy who's running towards us, and it triggers the race. So instead of doing this as the animal we're supposed to be, we're actually doing this as the llama. So you're not supposed to be doing this. Anyone who's seen this game before is probably very confused right now. I have to be very conservative with my charge. Normally you don't have a lot of sprint to work with, but jumping constantly prevents us from losing too much. It's hard to manage sprint and talk at the same time. I beat...
Oh, it's my Whoppy.
He's our little buddy.
Out of my...
But he also gives us... Oh boy.
Booyah!
But it also gives us an extra life and skips a cutscene at the same time. I barely was able to do a football catch there. Almost done with Village here. We're going to show off what's called up warps. These allow you to jump much higher than your regular jump. You're entering a braking animation, and it slightly clips you into a wall. And when you jump, it snaps you up. We'll do a similar thing here to skip a boss. We're going to do a precise clip here. And then another up warp to go straight over the wall. And that concludes the village. No time to waste. Now we're in the spooky jungle with not scorpions, but jaguars and spiders. We'll be rolling in between the trees here to cut those straight lines. That's what Cusco's about, the lines. I love this game's music, by the way. It's very catchy. Nice well-timed jump here. So we don't have to break a tree. Coming up to another skip here. Checkpoint. He says that a lot. We'll jump across the waterfall here so that we get damage boosted across. Ow. Kill this guard to get a red idol. Some of the levels are pretty short. This is not one of those levels. This is the one that requires a lot of movement. Along the way, I'll be collecting coins so that way I can increase my charge bar because we will not get a lot. I'll grab this because I'm going to need it. We're supposed to drain the water here, but I'm going to do some shenanigans.
Let's have a look-see.
By placing it in a very specific spot. I can jump up here
Llama coming through.
and miss the waterfall.
Let's have a look-see.
Let's try that again. There we go. Oh, hey, look who it is. It's my friend.
One rock's not enough to break my new bike.
Checkpoint.
We'll just grab 2 rocks. I'll run away from him a little bit. I can't run all the way, otherwise he'll teleport me. Nice camera.
Yeah.
And the jump back will just damage boost across.
Out of
All right.
my way.
Hard part's over. Place this red idol and come back later. Oh, I just wasted a lot of charge doing that. That's okay. This game is very movement heavy. One of the reasons I love it. We'll perform another up warp here.
Whee! Oh yeah, I'm jumping, jumping.
Told you this music was catchy. Yeah, that up warp skips a very tedious section with where you'd have to like get a balloon from a fish to make this ride work. And to be a little bit more conservative with my charge than I would like. Damage boost across. You love to see it. Ow.
Out of my
Another
way.
jump across. Yeah, I gotta be a little bit more conservative now.
Checkpoint.
Llama coming through. Booyah. Hiya.
That's okay. We'll up warp. Up warp's really changed the game a lot compared to when I first started running it back in like 2021.
Out of my way.
We're almost out of the jungle night. Oh my god. Oh, please. It's fine. Now, for those who have played this game before, you might have gotten stuck at this part with the Jaguars, because you have to mash the buttons like crazy to run away. So I'm just mashing the 4 face buttons on my controller very quickly here while I'm steering. I didn't know as a kid that you could mash all 4 buttons. I thought you could only mash 1. So I had to be the person that mashed the buttons, and then I would get my sister to help me steer the controls. It was a 2-man job.
Oh, it's my
Get another Wompy here. These Wompies come in handy for anything we need to like damage boost across. It'll come in handy in the next world. And with that, Jungle Night is completed. We'll head straight to the river. This references a scene from the movie where Cusco and Pacha are tied to this log. We'll be constantly pushed by the current, so we have to cut like these soft little turns and not bonk into things. We don't have to worry about anything that hurts us though. We'll just damage boost right across them. You'll see why. Everything's out to get you here. Turtles, logs, more spiders.
Slow down there, Speedy. We want
This monkey will help us. He'll give us a nanner, a banana, and it'll heal us a little bit.
Yum yum.
One of my favorite songs of the game. This is where you're gonna see the Wompies come into play.
Tasty.
Because normally, when you lose a Wompy, you get like teleported back to your last checkpoint. Doesn't happen in the river levels. You just lose your 1B, but you just continue with the level. That's why I'm not really... That's why I'm being so reckless with just getting hit by everything. These turtles are larger than Cusco himself.
That's better.
See?
Ow.
Yeah, River's one of the longer sections. So it's going to be a lot of just steering and just manipulating through the current. So if we have any donations we want to read through, I can also take any questions. Now is a perfect opportunity to do it.
I was just about to ask if I could, because we do have an incentive for our upcoming Bow Path of the Teal Lotus run still coming up. It's the Kitsura optional boss fight. And from what I know, from what the runner for that told me, she is one of the hardest fights in the game. So if we can meet that incentive, we get to see one of the hardest optional bosses in Bow Path of the Teal Lotus and see Turtle Guy absolutely crush it. But we need donations to do so. So, honestly, I'm kind of feeling... Chat, do you want a Kronk post with me? I'm down to read some Kronk lines, any funny meme, Emperor's New Groove memes. Just let me know, send in those donations, any amount, and be sure to put it in for that Bow Path of the Teal Lotus incentive.
Oh yeah. It's all coming together.
Oh yeah. It's all coming together.
River 2 is pretty similar. It introduces these whirlpools. I'm going to be mashing jump, so that way I don't get stuck in them. But I will cut through them, because we still care about the lines. River's not a section you can like really sleep through, because it'll be very easy to just like bleed away time. This game is very fascinating to me. I did not start out as a streamer running this game. I came in through like I want to be the guy fan games and Battle for Bikini Bottom. But I grew up with this game as a kid, so as I got interested in speedrunning, I wanted to check it out. And I saw the original record was a 1 hour, 1 minute time by Skyward. Shout out to them. And I was just blown away with what I saw, and I knew I wanted to run this game. I think when I started out, I got like a 1 hour, 10 minute time, and now we have pushed the record down to 45 minutes and 40 seconds. And I am currently attempting to go for 44. So I'm just really proud of the work that this community has put into to get this game down to where it is. I'm very happy with the work we've done. And I have slowly gotten some of my BFBB runner friends into this game. It's funny because I wish we didn't have to skip some dialogue, because there's a lot of fourth wall breaking in this game where Pacha will just comment, this scene was much shorter in the film. Now we got this section where we fight off some scary crocodiles here. They spawn the same pattern every time. We just have to kill a certain amount until they let us move on. Doesn't really matter how fast I kill them, with the exception of the last one, so I can just go like, oh no, got it.
Oh no.
Surely. Oh, look at this lift. Look at this little cliff here. Okay, this one I have to try. Yay. We're about halfway through the river. We're just cruising along. It would be a real shame if somebody really annoying showed up. Oh, hey. Somebody really annoying showed up. It's the Brad on bike, but he's not on a bike. He's on a little raft. The NPCs actually, this NPC actually does rubber band to you a little bit, so we do want to complete this as fast as we can. Try and cut in front of him, so that way I can get pushed. Shouts to the sound department.
Mind if I pop in with a donation?
Absolutely.
We have a $100 donation from Boogie Poppy that says, "Pull the lever, Crunk!
Oh yeah.
Right lever!
Lever, Crunk!"
Did a little sneaky boost there. If anyone's got like questions about like the game or just like the movie in general, now is a great time because I never get. I love answering questions about this game. I wish that look mode was not turned off for this, because imagine if you go in first person and you're just constantly, the camera's just constantly spinning because Cusco's spinning. That'd be a fun way to control the game. So we beat the stupid brat. I'll jump in front of him a little bit. That way I can end the race a little early. That's still funny to me. We're almost out of the river here. We'll not have another encounter with Yzma here. She'll throw these little balloons. We gotta pop them towards the gate using the grate. This game does not have a lot of RNG, but this is one of the sections where it does matter. And I have to be careful with how I push them towards the gate, because if one balloon explodes at the same time another spawns, the spawning one won't actually show up and we'll lose time. See, that was a little risky. It's funny because anytime she spawns a yellow balloon, or, excuse me, a llama balloon, you'll get this like annoyed grunt. That was not great RNG, but we'll deal with it.
Anyone got a glass of water?
Cusco reminds you to stay hydrated. And the river is completed. And we'll just immediately jump into one of the hardest tricks in the run. So I'm gonna upwarp up this cliff. And I have to carefully navigate along the edge.
Jump. Out of my way!
Nice. Woo. Yeah, so we skip these little sections where we have to sneak past guards here. Another upwarp allows you to just instantly get past this, no problem. Jungle Day is just, once you're out of Jungle Day 1, now it's just all about just clean movement.
Whee! Oh yeah, I'm jumping.
Isn't it nice when you can see the sun? The routing is very intentional in this level because I have to worry about certain cycles. So I did pick left first on purpose. That's new.
Booyah! Out of my way!
It's always the little brats that ruin your speedrunning fun.
Llama coming
Too
through!
liberal with my charge. That poor bee. Infinitely bonked.
Checkpoint.
This is all about that clean charge.
Out of my way!
Nice. This level will actually get to see an animal transformation this time. What animal do you think Cusco will turn into? Vote now on your phones. All right, time's up. Let's see what it'll turn into.
Out of my
He's
way!
I'm a frog. Oh my god! Frog's main mechanic is that he'll go further as you chain jumps. You can actually carry max jumps through doors, so I could just mash and get my max hop back without having to build it up. This I have to carefully time specific jumps. Oh, I didn't quite smoothly get in.
Booyah!
Checkpoint.
This is a little puzzle where we just follow the fly to get the correct solution. Fun fact, one of our community members, Oshan Man, he has that as his phone lock screen. Shout out to him. He runs the game too, plus he just does a lot of work with the, like, just facts about the movie and the game.
Booyah!
There actually is an NPC that does give cryptic hints, like how to get that specific red dialogue I got off the statue.
Boom, baby!
A
Llama
very
coming
deceptively
through!
tricky cutscene skip here. That's harder than I made that look. We're up in the mountain.
Out of my way!
Woo. I did some pause buffering because that is a frame perfect trick. It allows you to not have to place all the statues there. Another up warp here. That one's tight, but I have to do a lot of setup time.
Let's have a look-see.
But we made pretty short work of that level.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Similar vein with Mountain 2, just a lot of up warps. Wonder how high up we are. That is an up warp. It's a very small one, but it is. Now, this one's tough. Yeah, this one's one of the tougher warps. There we go.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Checkpoint. I'll jump on this little pole here.
Out of my
That one's
way!
not actually not an up warp. It's just a roll jump. Allows you to get across. This is one of my favorite skips. I'm not even gonna say anything. I just want you to see what happens. If I can set it up. Blink and you'll miss it.
You get out of my way!
Round 3 has these little
Checkpoint.
boulders. We'll be safe as long as we're airborne when we're near them. do another skip here to not worry about having to get a red idol. I didn't time it right. This one's tough. There we go. And then just phase through the door. Up to this section where we have to beat Kronk on the ice. The green idols spawn in the same location every time, so we could just stand where they spawn. And as long as we have more than Kronk, we win.
Coming through.
If this were a 100% run, we'd actually have to collect all 7. Sometimes Kronk likes to spin around because he's just a magnificent gentleman. City is the great equalizer. Another up warp here to get up the awning. We turn one of the longest levels into one of the shortest. With the door clip here. There we go. Sometimes I have to switch to keyboard for certain tricks, and the control scheme juggling is very silly.
Let's have a look-see.
Well, jump kick here gives us a little extra distance. All right, we got the cycle. Now we'll head down the right path. We'll grab these pots and do some shenanigans up here.
Let's have a look.
I'm gonna throw it like slightly into the corner here. I think I'm too far. There we go. Stack this one on top of that. Use an up warp to get up, and then get up top the door like that, and cross over to the other side. Death warping is faster. And with that, that completes City 2. Just kidding. Now that we got some charge, now we'll be cooking with gas. I'll grab this guard and get him close to the door. And as he pushes me, I'll clip into the door like that.
Checkpoint.
I'm gonna jump off again, so that way I can waste a Wampy, because the next section has a lot of guards and it's very easy to get hit. It's very labyrinth-like, the city. Just jump right over their shoulder. Also collect their coins when I can. Fun fact, these little like walls are the only mandatory secrets of the game. I don't know why they're secrets when you're required to break them. And of course, the moment I tried to play for safety is when I do that section with no damage. Still not done with City 2, by the way.
Let's have a look-see.
Little charge jump here. Cut some straight lines. I don't know why they put this room in this game.
Checkpoint.
We'll up warp up this door here.
Whee! Oh yeah,
set up right.
Jumping. Whee!
There we go.
Oh yeah, I'm jumping.
Gotta get very specific
Llama
angle
coming
here.
through.
Nice. There's a very tiny seam in that door that you can clip through. Do this little puzzle here in a bit unconventional way.
Whee! Oh yeah.
Checkpoint.
I didn't think that would hit.
Whee!
Why is there
Oh
wind
yeah,
here?
I'm jumping, jumping.
Checkpoint.
This is one of the stranger NPCs. This guy lost his pants to the peacocks, and we were supposed to get him back. That's a very gross request. So we're gonna ignore his plea by just clipping through his invisible wall. I'm gonna keep that checkpoint that I got in that room for later. So I want to make sure I don't touch any others. Boing. Now, as I avoid the checkpoints, I'm going to go in this secret to gain some charge, and then I'll death warp back to the peacock room. And then we'll go left this time.
Checkpoint.
The reason why is because we'll do another leap of faith to skip much later in the level. And then had we just gone the normal path. Sometimes that guard does that. He's just like, huh? Must have been the wind. I'll put the pot in his way so that way he turns around earlier. I'm gonna try a very sneaky move here to get past the guards. I did get it.
Let's have a see.
Jump up the brick.
Adam!
Nice. That skips a cutscene, but if you mess that up, you will soft lock the level.
Line up with the corners, and I'll
Okay.
bet they'll automatically turn us around.
My split told me I just golded by a lot.
Pacing.
Yo, the pace.
The pace.
Another auto-scroller section with the catacombs. There's not as many compared to River. But these I actually do have to pay attention here. Because you want to be as airborne as possible. And I screwed up, so I'm a little bit. Alright. That works. These green pads actually reverse your controls. That always throws people off when they play this game for the first time. We do get some regular levels mixed in. I'll try and catch a tight cycle here. Nice.
Checkpoint.
This one's just all about movement and cycles.
Out of my way! Woohoo!
Another deceptively tricky jump.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
It's usually around here that I start getting nervous when I do actual runs.
Booyah!
I want that. I want that gold coin.
Checkpoint.
We'll grab this checkpoint for later. This is a good run. Let's give Cusco an opportunity to celebrate. That was fun.
Out of my way! Woohoo! No touchy.
I am booing my yacht to this.
Booyah! Yeah!
Death warping slightly faster.
Yum yum.
I didn't wasted too much charge. That's fine. No.
That's
We destroyed the block kids, but then its dad gets angry. There's another point where RNG does matter. You want to get all black bombs. Oh, hey. That is really good RNG. That's only like a 1 in 8 chance you get that.
Checkpoint.
booyah!
I have gotten like double digits red bombs before, and each red bomb wastes like 2 seconds. It's very unfortunate when it does happen.
Cusco, line up with the corners, and I'll bet they'll automatically turn us around.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah, so you want to like hit as many like pads as possible. Like you want to hit as many boosts as possible, as many jump pads. You gotta be careful you don't go too fast, because if you're airborne for too long, you will the game will just think you died. So there is such a thing as too much speed. It looks like you can like jump past certain sections to skip part of the coaster, but the game does hard code the turns, so we do not have a way to skip the catacombs yet. Maintain straight here to get a lot of speed. Don't laugh at me. This one, we're supposed to see another animal transformation. But with another leap of faith, we could just skip the level entirely.
Out of my way! Yeah!
Nice. Fun fact, one of our community members, Jamie Joe, had finished the tutorial, and like not even like a week after I found that skip. So it's like, oh my god, you had to find that now? I was worried about that when I ended up having to make an updated tutorial. I would find some like game-breaking skip immediately after, because that would just be my luck. Shout out to Jamie Joe. Another runner who has had the world record multiple times. Who's been helpful on my journey. Shout outs to all the other group community members like Chocolate Penguin, Bang.
Yeah!
And that's what I get for trying to talk while doing a skip. Yeah, if you fall, you go all the way back, and that's pretty much dead run if that happens. I thought it was still on reverse control. Go quiet for a little bit because I gotta keep my mind on the coaster here.
I can fill in the air time if you want.
Sure thing.
All right. We have an update because that last that $100 donation we talked about earlier, that actually helped us meet that Bow Path of the Teal Lotus incentive. So we will be seeing the Kitsune boss fight. Let's go, chat. But I do want to draw your attention to 2 more incentives that we do have still open. We do still have the incentive to add DLC to the Rose and Camilla fight coming up after Poe. And we also just opened up a bid war for Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Bots for our final character choice between SpongeBob, Timmy Turner, Danny Phantom, and Jimmy Neutron. So please put !donate in the chat and donate to those fabulous incentives. Every single donation you have goes to upgrading our equipment for our live in-person events. It is greatly appreciated. Whatever you can spare, whether it's $1, $5, what have you. Every little thing counts.
Out of my way!
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would look forward to Toy Bots. That game is wild. We did pass over a skip where, similar to what we did in Village 3, we went into the door at the same time we went into first person. That spawns Cusco in the wrong direction, which skips a cutscene trigger. We actually get to see an animal transformation again. He's a bunny.
Yeah!
We won't see him for long, though. This next level has a lot going on. I do a buffered roll to gain control, touch 2 triggers at the same time, so that way we overlap cutscenes. This is the last animal transformation we'll see. Actually, that's a lie. The last unique animal. The turtle is basically Jesus. He can just walk through air. I'm not even kidding. That's literally the explanation for why that trick works. The turtle can just pass through air like that.
You get.
See, the frog won last time.
Checkpoint.
Grab that checkpoint and hop towards the red idol. That's tricky.
Hey, I'm a llama again.
We got 2 levels to go. And boy, this is a doozy. Lab 4 is by far the hardest level in the run.
Booyah!
Got these little 2D sections here.
Ow! No touchy. No touchy.
I do have to pay attention to what I'm doing, because sometimes when you get hit, they'll rotate you in a different direction. Sometimes they'll catch you off guard. You'll just end up falling. I have done that before.
No touchy. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Coming up to
Checkpoint.
one of the last run killers, the Forbidden Yzma skip. I have to get myself in a very precise position here.
Llama come.
More pause buffers. Nice.
My way. Woo!
Let's go.
It's like that's a 50-second
Llama
time
coming
save.
through.
And if you thought that looked hard, there was a time when that used to be harder.
Baby.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we actually have a very consistent sub for that, because there was a time when that trick required like a 1 frame that you had no cue for, and I only got like a third of it at a time. So I'm really happy that we were able to fix that.
Booyah!
Calculated waiting.
Checkpoint.
Why did he do that? Why would he just wait? That's not fast. I thought speedrunners were supposed to go fast. Why would they ever stop for anything? It's to catch that. Very difficult. Skip here. Very feel-based. A lot of manipulation required.
Let's have a look-see.
I think I jumped too late. That's okay. I think I jumped just a hair too late.
Booyah!
There we go. That's fine.
You know, what do we? Woo-hoo-hoo!
Hang on, I gotta do a buffered roll here to
Checkpoint.
get a cycle. I want to show it off at least.
Checkpoint.
There we go. Yeah, so by inputting a roll before the level loads in, you can cut this cycle earlier. I didn't even talk about buffered rolls that much, but I was doing them throughout like almost every level, right when the level started.
Llama coming through.
Game has a lot of nuances like that.
Let's have a look. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Didn't quite get the skip. That skip is a 1 frame, so it's just kind of you get it or you don't.
Out of my way!
think I got it. Yep, I spawned a little closer to the door because I fell.
Llama coming through. Yum yum.
My last encounter with the bike, for some reason, the brat moves slower when you switch to keyboard, so I just switched to keyboard to
Booyah!
catch him really quick. Not sure why the game does that.
Woohoo!
And with all like the big run killers out of the way, now it's just all about like clean movement and nerves
Attack!
at this stage.
Attack!
Why was the... I've never seen the cow that close before. I don't even know how I didn't get hit.
Booyah!
You really went on the attack.
Out of my way!
Gotta love death orbs.
Attack!
Sneak past that cow. We're on the home stretch now. Once again, shout out to every community member that helps.
Out of my way! Yeah?
Now it's just the final race with Yzma to the finish. But now she'll transform herself. And she becomes a terrifying small cat. The way you win is you hold right and you jump. And then time will end as soon as I grab the final potion.
Out of my way!
And time.
Woo! GG, let's go. Great run.
Booyah! Boom, baby.
Booyah! Boom, baby.
Booyakasha. Sometimes you have to freeze. That's okay.
Yeah. Let's get some hype and GG's in the chat for Orion. And Orion, where can the people find you?
All right. I have YouTube channel and the Twitch page. That's orionytp. I also have a Discord server. If you want to get in touch with the Groove community or want to learn more about the game, check out speedrun.com/teng, T-E-N-G, where we have our own community server and a full game tutorial for how you can learn this run if you're interested. I highly recommend it. We have tons of resources, plus plenty of people that are willing to help. You will not be disappointed. We're just celebrating out here. Thank you so much to Midwest Speedfest, Midwest Speedfest, excuse me, somewhere in the West. Thank you so much. I'm orionytp, and we're signing off.